Hi Stampin' friends, tonight we're going to use the Humble Home Punch Bundle. Of course it is, has this little punch that goes with it. You can see there it has all of the pieces that it punches out. It punches out a little tiny circle. It punches out a square and a heart, and then of course the shape of the stamp itself. So the stamp has two different possibilities. You can do a regular house or you can do a gingerbread house. It has some good sentiments. Thank you, like thank you for coming. Merry Christmas, welcome, like welcome home. And then from our house to yours. And then the thank you can also go for the sweet gift. Now, I wish it said for a great evening, because that to me is something that I like to give thank you notes for now when people like clean their house or whatever and have you over for dinner. But that's not in there. But, you know, we can always figure out another way to do that. But I have several ideas for you tonight, and I hope that you will enjoy checking them out. So the first thing I did was plan several different styles of cards because I wanted to show, of course, the versatility of the stamp. So the first thing I did, of course, you can imagine, because I do like a gingerbread house. I wanted to do, let me get this closer so that you can see it. And I'm gonna show you how I did it also. I did this with the white craft ink and a brand new blender pen, because this is pretty tiny. So you don't want it to be, my old one that is marked for white craft is, it's too fuzzy to reach in those tiny spots. There's a little bit of a problem with my OCD, because these are not super even. The ones across the bottom are fine, but these here, they are different lengths and depths to the scallops. And then this is like a little tiny bit of snow coming on the chimney. Now I just went, this is stamped on our pecan pie. I went over the heart with white, and I went over the windows, inside the windows with white. And then I put yellow regular markers, not blends, regular Daffodil Delight and real red over the top. And I think it made it super cute. So then my plan on this one would be a little, this is, of course, you know, we've got this cute design here. And what I liked about it is the way that it repeats the look of the scallops around the edge there. I would pop that up on dimensionals and then add a Merry Christmas. You could do, no, I do not like the square one. Let me find, I think Greg cut me out a, wow, I don't know where it went. A Merry Christmas, here we are. A Merry Christmas. You could add some matching ribbon, of course. And this makes a really cute look. Now, I didn't on this one use any of the peppermint embellishments, but I, of course, now I did want to show you this as well. These iridescent embellishments, I think would look great with this because they're cut and they kind of have a white shimmer sheen to them. And this would be cute maybe in the corners here to just add when you're just doing a plain background here. You could also instead, if you wanted, do this on just a regular square and try to make it look, oh, I've got it upside down, apologies. Try to make it look a little more kind of realistic or whatever, like you've put it on a snowbank, and that makes kind of a cute look as well. Also, if you get out our tree set, the one with, it's like, not in the grove, but the other one, the loveliest tree, you can put some trees on. This should have been a bigger square, but I like the kind of tight, cozy look. And I kind of like it going off the edge as well. It just kind of brings it towards you. Maybe one of them could be a little lower, one a little higher, and gives it a kind of a little fun look. Maybe one even behind the house. You know, you can kind of play with it. So I do like the way this looks. I wanted to go ahead and show you the ones that I had stamped. Now, what I did when I was stamping, you know, a couple of times they don't necessarily turn out. That's where I practiced my use of my blender pen and my white craft ink. Because when I started to do it, like I did it one way, and then it seemed like that wasn't the way to have done it. Oh, here it is. So I want to just kind of show you my tips for coloring this with the white craft ink. This, when you go to do this, you can go across the top pretty easily, and it's going to be really hard to do it upside down, but I hope you can see there. Go across the top of the scallops, so against the black, so that you don't cover up the black. I tried it, I don't know if you can see, I tried covering up the black. It wasn't strong enough to cover up the black completely, so I decided instead that I would try to stay inside the black lines. So I just kind of did like that. So then after I went across the top, I scooped down into the scallop like that. So that's pretty much just, you know, it just takes time going through there. And you certainly don't have to do it, you don't have to spend that much time with it, but I did because I thought it was fun. Now, the other thing I did was I left my coloring on this one only on one side. So like I did that side and then I did that side. And what it does is lifts the black actually. So instead of coloring every spot that I could, I just colored a little bit on the tops and the bottoms of these loops. And then there I did the opposite. So you can do it whichever way, but just, I think, don't do what I just did. Try to be consistent as you put this on here, and then it'll have a cute look to it. And then right across here, I just tried to put some accent on it like that. So there you can see what I'm talking about with that. Just kind of lifted so that you see these colors. I mean, so you see the swirlies very well. So there. So that's what I was talking about with that. And then, of course, to go over the windows, I just did like this. And then I let it dry a couple of times. And then, I mean, you may want a black heart, but you could also, instead of using the black heart, stamp this. I would probably stamp this on a red or something. You could also just put a big giant wreath there. You could also put a big giant wreath up here. So, you know, that comes with it. And so it's kind of one of those might as well use it kind of things. But you can see here that, you know, you just go over these a couple of times and they're going to be pretty white. You can see that. So to punch it, very simple. A lot of people, when they do this, will use a Post-it note to get it just right in the right spot. And that, you know, just to hold it. Because the thing is, I stamped these, and then it occurred to me that if I had punched them, they were all in a little row. We've got this heart and this, what do you call him? Square over here. And it would have, I would have lost one of my heart. Well, probably this one, and then I wouldn't have had one to show you. So then you just want to stick it to it. Problem is, it's a little bit wasteful of your, so get a small amount as you can on there, because it will waste your Post-it as you go through and do this. But when you, it's better to just go ahead and maybe do one at a time, or, you know, leave a little more space. But when you've stamped it and you're so happy with the way it looks, it's maybe more satisfying to go ahead and be able to just punch it out as it is. Okay, so there you can see that. Pretty easy to punch. And then there's your little cute thing. Get rid of my hearts and things. So there you can see you've got quite a bit more there. You don't have to, it's not super wasteful of the paper. Okay, so now I wanted to also show you, oh, before I go on, I was gonna get the little peppermints. So this would certainly look very cute on this scene that I created as well, or on this original, the one I originally started here with the red. I'll just go back to that real quick because it's kind of striking. And I might not use it if I was making a little scene there, but you could certainly put your little guys there, and then, you know, put them on a corner or something. The smaller ones probably look better. There's small, medium, and large in these, and they are on back order, but more are coming. So you can see how cute they are and what fun they will be. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this part aside for a second, back that way. And then I'm gonna show you here this one. Oh, no, I'm gonna finish this one. You can also just stamp in white, which I did on this, and then just color it in. This time, instead of using a pecan pie, I used the crumb cake, and it looks a little bit grayer, gives it kind of a different look. So you could color things differently and have a different, you know, I'm a scribbler, so this will be easy for me here, just to kind of scribble it in. That's one thing I like about the blends, is it's usually pretty forgiving of scribblers. I don't scribble with this side. This side is a little bit delicate, so I use it for going up against the edges and getting the corners straight. Go ahead and put that on here. Even though that would probably be red like a fireplace. Let's kind of go ahead like it's made out of gingerbread. You can just fill in anywhere you didn't quite get enough. And then with this one, I thought it would be fun to do my scallops. Oh, this is my old one. I did buy a new one. I don't know if this end's gonna work or not. Let's see. Oh, I guess it's fine. Is this the light one? Nope, this is the dark granny apple green, so that'll be a little intense. But I was just thinking, it doesn't have to always be just like, you know, brown with white icing. You could have green icing. You could have a lot of different things. So I was thinking, if our scallops were green and everything else was red, that could be pretty cute. That. And then I'm going to color this little wreath. And I'm going to leave the door white just for contrast. And I may just grab my Daffodil Delight over here, because this doesn't, I mean, we're talking about some windows. I don't think you need, you're just giving color. I don't think you really need the lens for that. And then I'm gonna do the roof in Poppy Parade. Oh, this one may need to be replaced too. And I thought I'd do it around the windows. It does give it more interest. Maybe I should have done the door as well. That might have been cute. Have a red door, but I thought that it would have more contrast with this red bow and green wreath. Okay, so I thought I would just put that kind of oversized on the door there. Cute. And then I'm going to put this green on here as well. There we go. So I think that one would be one that would be really cute to put with that as well. I also wanted to show you doing a gatefold. This is the Take a Bow paper. You would think it would be Take a Bow, but it's Take a Bow. And I thought this little design where it's like a diagonal was really cute. Yes, perfect green for the Grinch, correct. And then you could just put a background here, or just some little squares, and pop your little house up on it. And I liked with this one, I like doing the From Our House to Yours on a square. And a lot of times on a gatefold, I will like to put one, and it actually did that for me. That was perfect. one on this side and one on this side, so that when it closes, it looks really fun and different. So yeah, that's something to think about on another option. And you could, of course, anytime use just the brown trees as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to move on. I think I've shown you several possibilities on that one. On this one, I'm going to go ahead and show you the way that you could just stamp directly on this paper. So I will have to turn it this way, I apologize. But using black for the roof, you could probably use a brown just fine with no trouble. But I was thinking a black roof might have the most contrast. I may not have enough ink on this. I'll have to go over it with a black marker when I'm finished. That'll be fine. I'm gonna see if I can get this lined up decently. Let's see. Ooh, I touched it. What'll be going on there? All right. So I stamped that, and I'm just gonna take my black marker and fill in, because I don't want it to look like it's not complete. This is just a water-based marker, but you could use a blend if you thought it needed it, but this is blending right out, so it's not a problem. Then we also have this stamp, which I find a little bit difficult, but we can do it. We're tough. You have to stamp it, and then I have been cleaning this off and using a marker to do the windows, because the stamp itself it looks mottled. I should have saved where I was doing that, but to get the smoothest look, using our ink pads makes the best look for the door. But obviously you don't want blue windows. I mean, you might. Let's see what we think. You could certainly do that, and then it would look like it was daytime. So that's an option as well. But what I ended up doing was actually cutting these out, because they're all straight cuts, and making it so that, and here's my little cleaner. There you go. I'm just gonna use my Daffodil Delight to get it on my windows. So all I did is just get the edge right here and pounce it a few times. Same thing on this side. Pounds it a few times. If you take the paper pumpkin kits, our subscription, you could use the little small Stampin' spots to do this, and it might be easier to see and control and not get any on the edge of the ink block, of the stamp block itself. Then stamp like that, and if one doesn't turn out like this one right here, you've got it on there so you can see what you're doing. And you can just kind of fill it out a little bit yourself to complete it. I forgot, I think I was using crushed curry on that, but anyway, you get the idea. Let's finish that on out. Now, I did one in a slightly different way that I was thinking about putting on some paper, and it was difficult to get this exactly where I wanted it. So I cut out this piece, and this is just punched like that. And then I'll have the exact edging that I want on around the little piece. So there'll be a white edge on it. So I kind of thought that was cute. Then the door, remember your doorknob is typically toward the bottom. And then, of course, you can barely see it. So I would also want to add a dot for the doorknob. And then I've got one of my windows here, but I think I may have lost the other one. But I've got one here I can use. I can cut out in just a second. So I thought that was pretty cute. You could also, you've got one on each side. I think I would want one up here at the top too. So it would be like a 2-story house. So you get kind of fussy with these as you go. Now you could stamp these and then cut them out as well, but I wanted to show you, like on the one that I did here, it wasn't easy to get good coverage like I wanted. So what I ended up doing was putting a little bit of foam under it. And, you know, like, well, I don't know what I did with my foam. Oh, here it is. This piece. And I got a better look than I was getting to begin with. So kind of some variation in this, because I really like to see the mortar in between these. So super cute for that, I think. Then this would be one that I was also thinking would be cute to put for a summertime theme. It doesn't all have to be Christmas. You can put it there. Put your brown trees on. Now this has a piece that comes with it, and I forgot to cut it out, I just realized. And put some leaves on your trees. So this would be perfect for when you're using this sentiment for welcome home or whatever. Want some of these guys, that would be perfect for this look, because there you've got a plan for it. Now, I also wanted to show you using this with the market. Okay, so this may seem a little crazy to you, but to me, this is perfect, like I was speaking about earlier. Putting this on here and saying from our home to yours, or saying thank you for coming, or saying thank you for the sweet gift. Like if they brought you a hostess gift, you can tell them thank you with this. But again, I want to say thank you for a great evening and put this on there and make that super sweet. Now, this would also look good. I just wanted to do a couple more possibilities. Well, I don't know what I did now with the other. I had another. Another big white square. There we are. Now this is with the country lace paper on smoky slate. And I just wanted to like show that, like, yeah, you don't need any red with this. You can make it into a welcome home kind of thing, or a lot of cute looks with, and not have it be Christmassy at all. It is a fun set to play with. You can see how much I enjoyed just spending a couple hours on it, planning for showing you the possibilities. And anyway, I think you'll enjoy it. This one would look great on there as well, and this one with the two different Designer Series papers. Very cute. This is Country Woods Designer Series paper. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.